with some common sustainable issues of different cities across in Asia, and in particular in Southeast Asia. Here, for example, it's a transport issue from different cities like Hanoi, Bangkok, Jakarta, or Kuala Lumpur. And another issue, sustainable issues on top of it is actually the air quality, is the pollution. So I see, for example, Hanoi, Vietnam, it is always be on top of the city polluted in over the world. So actually, this is of course we are not talking about the reason and so on, but it's actually we are talking here and trying to see is how can we, for example, as scientists, can contribute, can support to deal with these issues. So the question can be, for example, like how can we can support the policymaker in building or making planning or having to ensure they're having a good intervention, for example. And also another question like how can we have the users who travel every day in the city from home to work, and for their children it is from home to school, and for their parents like from home to hospital, and how can we sustainable raising awareness to the people, to young people, for example, for the different sustainable issues in cities. So that is the question. And then to do that, our methodology and our belief is using like what we call a virtual world in order to have to find some good solution for the real world. And that's what we call this digital twin platform. So by definition, we would like to mention here that is our digital twin platform is actually a computer-based model, as you can see on the right-hand side. Our model here is trying to represent as some main factor in the system, like on the left-hand side in the real system, and then described in the computer. And whenever you have a virtual environment in computer, we are able to easily to exploit, to test, and then to do some simulation, testing some intervention and so on before apply to the real system. So that is our idea. And our special digital twin is actually we have the dynamic simulation. So when we say dynamic simulation is for example, as you can see in the clip video in the slide, it means that we are able to change, for example, the different parameter, and then it is immediately update the simulation based upon the new values of parameter. You can see in the demo where we change the difference ratio of the electrical vehicle in comparison with the total vehicle, and then you can see immediately the impact of the air qualities and air pollution generated by the vehicles, and you can see by different colors range in the simulation. And we are in our platform, we are able to have data, real-time data visualizations. As you can see on the right-hand side of the video, we have a real-time data AQI, and also we have a real-time data traffic incident, for example, on the right-hand side in different points in the city. So that is the first feature of our digital twin platform. And the second important feature in our digital twin platform is that we are able to zoom in and zoom out from the system. It means that we have a multi-scale models in our digital twin platform. At the same time, we are able to see the global level, for example, a subset of the city, and then we can go down, zoom out into the district level. I would like to mention that at the same simulation time, and then go down there to the communities, and of course go to the cross section at some point to see what happened and what is the hot spot of the transportation if we would like to looking for. And and after that, whenever we have that kind of model, we are able to do the different tests. So what we call is the scenario-based exploring. So what we are trying to explore is we are explore the different scenario, different simulation in the computer, and of course, it is linked to the real system. So that is the third feature of our digital twin. And based on that digital twin platform, we are able to develop some different applications. For example, one of them is the application web application for the management of the smart and sustainable transportation. For example, here is the idea is for the policymaker, for example, to test the planning of transportation, and also to explore and to test the different interventions when they would like to test for the management of transportation, for example. So that is the first application we are able to build up on top of our digital twin platform. The second application we are able to do is actually an application for the user who use transportation for the what we call smart and healthy go. Here, for example, in our demo, we are able to see that in our based on our digital twin platform, we are able to build app where we can have some basic searching, for example, people moving from the point A to point B as the different normal app. But also we could have some more advanced searching for the moving from A to B. For example, is it target to the three different categories. So the first one is about the time, and the second one is about the cost, and the first one is about the health feature. Yeah, it means that we are able to find a good a green way moving from A to B, depending on the vehicle that we are using. And so the impact of the air quality is can go from different directions. The first direction is actually the exposure impact for the user when we are using the vehicle moving from A to B. And the second impact is counting for the environment. It means that if we are going from A to B by car, we can count the number of the quantity of the pollution that generate by using that chip to the environment. So that is basically two-way of the impact. So to the user and then also to the environment. So you can see, for example, in our demo, when we search from point A to point B, you can have the different way and ranging from the different color. For example, from the green to yellow to orange to red and to the purple, depending on uh, the the air quality on the way from A to B. And also on top of that, we are able to build up like what we call the serious VR game for training, and we are focusing on the training of the young people. So who is the future of the city? So it is very important to raising awareness for them on different sustainable issue of the city. So including the transportation and air quality. So our idea is to build up like quite interesting VR game for them to to learn something by playing. So that is our idea. And here I would like to introduce our teamwork. So we have Professor Helen Nguyen from UIUC, the US. Myself, Professor Nhi from Cần Thơ University in the south of Vietnam, Professor An Minh Ngọc, who is just presented in the previous presentation, and we have two other people working in the University of Transportation and Communication in Vietnam. So we are the team working for this project. Thank you very much. So that is all for my presentation. And it's very important to mention that we are looking for collaborators. So if you have your own sustainable issue in the city and you have different question, emerging scientific question and so on, so we are very happy and looking forward for the collaboration by using our methodology digital twin platform to tackle those issues. Thank you very much.